He was like, man, that car drives. He's like, he didn't have an idea. He's like, I thought you'd be left way long. I was on 160. So me, my friend had Camaro. And he was one of the good friends. Now he's in US. But I went to him and to meet. We had a lunch, and he told me, "You wanna race?" I'm like, "I'm stupid. I don't want to fine." And he's like, "No." I told, "If my car goes away or fine, you're paying for it." He's like, he knows this place. 3 kilometers, there's no radar. And it's like, after 3 kilometers, there's a radar. There will be or not, I don't know. 3 kilometers, it's my risk. If police stops, if there's a fine, I'll take it. But if after 3 kilometers, you're responsible. So I said, how will I know 3 kilometers? It's like, that's up to you. Okay. So we know about Mustang is back wheel. And I have done this mistake, like if anybody's planning to buy a Mustang, there's a piece of advice. Never give accelerator on the first time. My childhood friend, he was driving Toyota XA, and so I just wanted to mess with him. So I just go on Ajman Road. It's a small road. And just to show off to him, like I stop the car, I'm going to accelerate. I wanted to press full acceleration. And it's on 0. I put the full accelerator, the car goes skid here, and I banged here. Second thing I banged there. And I remember I just left the steering wheel, it just balanced itself. But I remember, so when I was racing with my friend, I was like, okay, I should not put full acceleration, otherwise this car will just fly off to somewhere, even I don't know. So, okay. So my friend in Camaro, boom, he left. He took the first acceleration. I took it slow. I said, okay, let it cross 60. Let it cross 60. Once it crossed 60, I'm like, okay, I'm putting full acceleration. So he was almost 500 to 300 meters away from me. And I was just closing up. When it was 3 kilometers, we were on the phone. He's like, 3 kilometers is near. And I was near to touch, his bonnet was just near to me. So I was like, okay, I can beat him up. And when we finished across, I was this inch away to beat him. He was like, man, that car drives. He's like, he didn't have an idea. He's like, I thought you'd be left way long. I was on 160. I said, I didn't see the speed. I was just seeing you have to beat you. I don't know if it crossed 200 also, but I was doing that. Because what I love was when I put it on 60 at the acceleration, this was the first experience and I want to try it. Once again, I'll do it. If it's a good place to do it. The car just went low and boom, it took it. So I was like, wow, and I was, oh, yes. The excitement, like a small baby. Oh, it was like an excitement for me, when I took it off. So that's one of the race stories I have ever done it. Rest, I'm scared to race. I'm like, I don't want police taking off my car. Upgrades. When I bought the car, it was a very normal car. It was the tires. I think the rims were 16 inches, and the lights were fading out and everything, and there was no lures on it. So first thing I started was, and there was no good music system. So then I started upgrading with the music system because I was like, I don't care, rest things, first is the music I wanted. And my guy's like, man, at least change the tires now. I was like, that's later. First is music. So I upgraded the music. I put it Bose on both the sides. I put an amplifier and a woofer at the back. I upgraded to a TV because it was a normal Mustang. So I removed that one. I put a new TV in it. Then I started doing with the lures. I put lures at the back, to look more beautiful. I put it as a 18-inch rims. I changed the rims. It were very old rims. I put it into the new rims. So yeah, that's it for this upgrades I have done to it. So electrical cars, I don't think they are the future, but I'm against it. Electric cars, they won't be so powerful. What if you run off of course, when it's petrol, we know we can walk a mile or somewhere to get a petrol. And what about electric cars? Where are you gonna find an electricity to charge it? What is it? Just one day it doesn't stops working on the middle. You don't know. We know about cars where the engine is, where the things are, where everything is. Electrical cars, they're going to have a huge different thing. I know the government is trying to do with economy thing, global warming and everything. But for us guys, I think no, I think we all will be against electrical cars. You cannot, maybe they will have restrictions of speed. You won't have that power actually compared to petrol cars. So I think I will be against it, and I believe it's for poor people who don't want to waste money on petrol. So yeah. But even if I get a Mustang, which is with electrical car, and somebody's giving me free, I wouldn't take it. Because I'm sure I wouldn't have that fun rather than with the car which takes petrol. Actually. See, it's unique on the first basis. And I'm seeing it, you grow with it. I'm seeing different people coming and telling the stories of my car, like how embarrassing stories I have. I think none of the people will have it. So it's good, like people of UAE or they're coming and talking about cars, some knowledgeable things, like how I came into cars, what made me attractions. So I love like when I start watching this, it's like whenever I see your WhatsApp, like something is posted, I go to YouTube channel, okay, let me hear what people have to say or what people are doing with the cars, how they are upgrading. Because sometimes it's like Instagram is such a huge thing, you don't know what people are doing. And I'm not a guy who's going to search for hashtags and see. So from your channel, people are knowing like, okay, for example, I'm going to see tomorrow another car. Hey, I know from him. I saw from Rashid's YouTube channel. I know this car already. I know the person already. So it's a good awareness actually you're doing with it, and it's a brilliant thing what you're doing actually. A guy is not born just with perfection in the car. It takes a lot of loss, a lot of sacrifices to learn about the car. Because I wouldn't be so mad even if I get a Tita now to drive off-road. Because I know this car, just put it on the road, drive it normally, you can drive for ages. That car is such good that, I don't know, I was lucky to have that car. So when it comes to Mustang, yeah, like I learned a lot of things about cars because I have seen many times where I want to fix things my own. And yeah, then I damage it more. So, but yeah, I love that try. I think you were telling me one day how you try things and you mess it up and but it's a learning stage, you know? Like, I don't know about fuse box, but now I know what is a fuse box. How many things are there inside it? Okay, this is computer, this is the radiator, this is there, this is there. If I didn't do all those mistakes, I want to learn all of this. So I think that's a message I would give to my stupid Farhan.